Light bearers, I see you shining. I can see you. It's your boy Lone Star. I'm just driving in my truck right now, and I felt inspired to drop this video. It's a beautiful day. Technically, the first day of spring. Spring has sprung. I hope you guys are productive, retaining your life force energy. And what I want to say on today's episode is, on this semen retention journey, make sure that you're taking time to listen. Listen more than you speak. This recently has hit me like a ton of bricks. You know, it's human nature to want to talk, you know, to speak your mind. But it's very important that you take the time to listen. That's why we have 2 ears and only 1 mouth, so that we listen more than we speak. And when you're retaining your life force energy, it's the best time to listen, if not the time to listen. The Bible says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to wrath. And when you take time to listen, even if you're in a predicament, like to where, you know, maybe a confrontation with someone else, if you're slow to speak and slow to react, you'll be able to see and feel where the other individual is coming from. And then you'll be able to respond accordingly, because you guys know as well as I do, you know, sometimes our emotions, they'll take control of us. And the goal is to control our emotions. I mean, if you're retaining your seed, you're already a step ahead of most, because you're controlling those urges to go out there or to go on your phone and release. When you're out and about, you know, and you interact with other people, some people are going to try to draw out negative energy. Don't release it. You know what I'm saying? So on the semen retention journey, it's imperative that we listen more than we speak. As I said, it's probably the time. The book of Ecclesiastes in the Holy Bible says there's a time and season for everything under the sun. There's a time to love, there's a time to hate, there's a time to build, there's a time to tear down. There's a time for war, and there's a time for peace. There is a time and season for everything under the sun. So there's a time to speak, but there's a time to listen. And if we're always talking, we're going to miss certain things. There will be things that you'll miss out on. The Most High is trying to talk to you, but if you're always talking and you don't take any time to listen, you're going to miss out on opportunities. And not even just with the Most High, but taking the time to be quiet and observe, rather than always feel the need to talk. You know, and as human beings, especially when you're chilling with other human beings or around other human beings, there's almost like this unseen pressure to talk, to speak, especially nowadays. You know, where the extroverted personality type is held in high esteem, and where introverts are looked at as weird or as low value. I would argue that the introverted personality is a very powerful personality trait to have, because, again, if you're the type of person that listens more than you speak, and you're quiet, you observe, non-responsive, because not everything deserves a response. You calculate, you're strategic. That's a very dangerous person. And that's wisdom. The Bible also has a verse that talks about a word spoken in due season, like a word fitly spoken is like an apple, a golden apple, and like I don't know, I'm totally butchering this now and I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road, but basically there's nothing like an accurate word spoken in the proper time. But if we're always just flapping off the jaw and we're always just speaking how we feel, we're missing it, man. Because sometimes our feelings will lead us astray. That's why it's imperative that you work towards controlling your emotions so that your emotions, don't end up controlling you. And this SR journey is perfect. It helps one to control their emotions, to self-control. You're controlling yourself. One of the strongest urges you'll ever have is your sexual desire. You know, we're all biologically wired to reproduce, and whether you realize it or not, when you're feeling that type of way, you know what I mean? When you're attracted to a woman and all that, and you factor it in, you're on that level trying to reproduce. Even if consciously you're like, well, I ain't trying to get her knocked up, I'm not trying to get her pregnant. And that's also the reason why it's futile just to run around and have one night stands and all that. You know, and that's also why, in terms of the female attraction and some of the benefits that you will experience while retaining your seed, such as female attraction in particular, is because on an internal level, your mind, your body is like, oh, he's not releasing. We need to step it up. And so the body, the mind, will autocorrect itself. And that's why, you know, people experience and report muscle growth, experience and report a boost in confidence. And they feel as if it's like that one movie, Limitless, to where they're the best version of themselves. And it's true. It's not even like it's placebo. It's what's happening is your body and mind is doing what it needs to do so that you can do what you were created to do, and that's reproduce so that you live on. But we have a lot of people nowadays, I was one of them, you know, they're just knocking boots to knock boots, wearing hats. Women are on contraceptives, and so it's a good thing, because, you know, if you're not ready to have children, especially if it's the wrong person, you don't want to have a child or children with the wrong person. That's a grave mistake. But the best way to avoid that from happening is abstinence. And through abstinence, okay, you will become more in touch with your roots, more in touch with the Most High, more in touch with Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And that's why, again, many people experience a full range of benefits while practicing semen retention. So it's so much more than female attraction. That's just one aspect of it. And if you're on this journey long enough, you'll soon realize that that's not even the best part of it. I would argue that the best part of it is finding your true self after many years of releasing, and in a world that's constantly bombarding us with how we should be, and with all these opinions and such. Semen retention, abstinence will help you to truly find the real you and your purpose, your God-given purpose on this earth. So I encourage you today to listen more than you speak, because, again, most guys on this journey, you know, you're not only abstaining from sexual desire, you know, but you're also, there's look at that, some dude, I just got distracted, some dude's hanging onto the hood of this chick's car, like, came whipping around, hanging onto it. Look at that. Look at that. That's simping at its finest, man. She's probably like trying to get away from me, jumped on her car, like, no. Nah, but in all seriousness, man, it's the first day of spring. It's sprung. I hope you guys have a good day today. I hope what I said helps in some way. Try to listen more than you speak. Try to listen for the Most High's guidance, and just listen to other people too, where they're at. You know what I'm saying? For now, this is your boy Lone Star signing out. Till next time, peace.